So look, we actually have moisture on the ground. It has rained a little bit. It is 10 degrees cooler. You can see the brambles there in front of my house there, look. This is like the neighbour's land, and it's just this top part is all stone. So it dries out really quick, but you can see how much it's dried this year. It's just unbelievable. It's all literally shredded the brambles to nothing because it's virtually stone. You can see the rock. That's what my house is built on. It virtually comes out of the ground like that, so it's solid. But anyway, enough of that. Today I'm going to show you a little bit of what I'm preparing for the new building. Isn't that beautiful? That's what we call a Jersey tiger. And they're moth, but they're actually out in the day. This lavender is still, even though it's very nearly finished flowering, it's still alive with insects. But anyway, I keep getting distracted. This is my next project. This is what will be my main sink in the building. So I got this about 5 weeks, 6 weeks ago, probably even more than that, probably about 8 weeks ago. And I logged on to a French auction site. It's called Le Bon Coin. It means the right corner or the good corner. That's kind of what we refer to it as. And it's really good for picking up stuff because I wanted a really big double sink with really big capacity. And that is what this is. So the sink is in perfect condition, believe it or not. It just needs a really good clean. When it came, this is what I found underneath. There was actually a single tap underneath, but it was a 3 sink blank. So they blanked off the other 2 each side. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to my big plumber merchants on Monday and see what they can do to fill those 3 holes. If not, I'm going to cap it off here and here, and then I'll just have a central one. But I want a really big mixing tap that I can obviously fill both. But the great thing is we've got lots of space and capacity here. So it came on a frame, this sink, and the annoying thing is the frame is the only thing that's really needs a lot of work doing to it. But what happened is it's actually got a steel insert and an outer stainless steel metal. All the legs are basically 30 by 30 stainless steel with a steel top which is fixed to the this is upside down at the moment, so this is the feet. So what's happened is over time it got wet and the steel inside has corroded, probably because I should have had an anode on here. And I used to have a boat and I know about zinc anodes and the stuff we do to stop electrolysis. But electrolysis has probably hastened this corrosion, and inside it's corroded and split. So it split as it corroded, the metal expanded that was rusting, and then it's forced open the joint here on the box section. So what we're going to do is I'm going to either find some more 30 by 30 that's slightly bigger to go over that, and also I'm going to cut off probably at least half of it on every foot. I've found some feet that will probably fit, and they'll for a 30 by 30 box section, stainless steel feet, they're adjustable, so that'll be perfect. But it's just finding the right pieces of kit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this on its side, and I'm going to wire brush with a drill and then treat with oxalic acid. I've got plenty of oxalic acid. Treat all this and clean all that up, and then rub it all down, clean it up so it looks all the same. And I'll probably paint this bottom bit with with some hammerite, which is a metal treatment. Then it'll make it look the same color as the top, because you only see a very small section of the supporting rail when this sink is inserted back in. So it's just something I'm doing because to buy a new one is nearly 1,400 euros, and I got this for under 200 euros. And I also got this little sink here. Now this will probably go in my extraction room. Look, we've actually got some water in the sink. Amazing. This will go in my extraction room. And what it is, it's a little hand sink, but it's actually operated by your leg. And we had it all working. I'm going to get a new spout for it and just renew the pipe work and obviously the trap. But it means that you can operate it with your hand, sorry, with your knee or your arm, and not have to get your hands on the tap when they're covered in honey. It's only a silly little thing, but I really liked it, and I've got that. So I've got the whole lot for under 200 euros. So I've got a bit of work to do, but now's the time I can get on with that work. So we will progress doing this, and I'll update you when it's done. There is quite a bit of equipment I bought for the building. Financially, I had a lump sum that has to stretch the whole way. That's why I bought some things and I bought others new. The way it's looking right now with rampant inflation, I've just made that decision. If I don't get the equipment now and get it in 6 months, a year's time, it's going to cost 8 to 10% more. So what do? You just make the decision. So a lot of it will be held wherever I can put it, but the majority now is ordered. I'm ordering the building tomorrow, believe it or not, and that will go off, and then the process will start making the building. It looks like the building is going to be delivered probably the first week of December, with or without the slab being ready. So I've got to organise, it'll be 2 lorries because it's 60mm insulation on the building, which becomes quite bulky. I thought about upgrading to 100mm insulation, but that would be just crazy. I don't need that much. The fact is the slab is going to be insulated, and so is the extraction room inside. So it's all going to have loads of insulation chucked at it. So for instance, this sink will go in the main area, and then I'm going to have other things dotted around the place. So it's quite complex, but I've got it in my head. It's just putting it down on paper to make sure that I've got everything planned. Because when this is unloaded, when the building's unloaded, for example, I've got to coordinate someone nearby with a loader, because if I don't, they're going to charge me 60 euros an hour for every hour that the lorries aren't unloaded after the first 3 hours. I hope I get a good driver. It's little things like that that keep coming into the mix you've got to think about. But we'll get there. Anyway, I love doing things like this when I've got time. It's going to be a good little project. I really look forward to getting it all back together and giving the sink a really good clean. And I'll show you what it looks like when it's finished. Work in progress. Anyway, take care. Honey harvest starts this week, so I'm not going to have a lot of time to spend on this, but I'll find 10 minutes here and there. Bye for now.